What are the rules for getting to your super? This video applies for members in Division 5. If you're in a defined benefit scheme with ElectricSuper, you should make a time to talk to our member services team because there are very strict rules and access options for those schemes, which may be different from what we're about to discuss. Meet Robert. He's thinking about retiring. If he does access his super now, he wants to know if he'll be restricted from going back to work later on if he gets bored. There are two ways that someone can be considered retired under super legislation. 1, once you turn 65, or 2, being at least 60 years old and terminating an employment arrangement. Turning 65. This is an easy one. Being 65 means you can get your hands on all of your super money, even if you're still working. Turning 65 unlocks all of your super. If you're still working when you hit 65, any new super contributions and earnings on your super will be put into your super account as totally accessible. But just because you're 65 doesn't mean you have to access your super. You can leave it sitting in your super account, no problems. But if you do want to access it, it's all accessible right there and you can get it. Being at least 60 and terminating an employment arrangement. If you terminate an employment arrangement on or after your 60th birthday, you'll meet a definition of retired under super legislation. But what does terminating an employment arrangement actually mean? It could be that you simply end your one current job, in what most people think of as the classic definition of retirement, but it could also be that you leave employment in one job to start employment in another one. Or it could be that you've had a main job plus a second job, and you end the employment at one of those jobs. Technically, that's ending an employment arrangement, even while you're still working at the other job. So you don't need to stop all working, or even reduce your working hours to a minimum amount. As long as you end an employment arrangement once you've turned 60, you meet this condition. It means you can access the super you've built up to this point. But any future contributions and earnings will continue to be locked away as preserved, and you won't be able to access that money yet. So, if you continue to work or start a new job, you'll need to meet another condition of release, such as ending another employment arrangement or turning 65, to get that new super money that's coming in. Remember though, if you don't need to access your super money, you aren't obliged to take it out the moment you terminate an employment arrangement. You can take it, of course, if you need it as a regular income or if you want to take a lump sum, but you are also welcome to leave it in your super account. Once you're 60, you can also access your super to set up a transition to retirement account while you're still working. We've got a video about how transition to retirement works on our website. Now, we must warn you, if you want to take super money before you turn 65, you need to make sure that you meet all of the conditions you need to before you access your super. There are severe penalties for illegally accessing your super early. If you want more information or to learn the facts about your situation, make a time to talk to our member services team. Appointments with us are free.